Hi, I'm Joseph, and welcome to Flew the Coop. So, I will be returning that new microphone. We're having a great time here at Flew the Coop. How are you doing?
Oh my God.
All right, the purpose of this video is I want to talk about the Garmin InReach that we use. This is a personal locator beacon. It falls into that category. You can use it to text message when you don't have cell coverage because it uses satellite. You can get weather reports from it. And the most important feature that it has is you can push an SOS button and the cavalry's going to come. By the cavalry, I mean it will contact back to Garmin, who will contact the local authorities, be it search and rescue, be it the sheriff, whoever, and there's going to be a massive coordinated search to come save you. So it's a very big deal. They have the button covered up a little bit so you don't press it by accident, which happens. It is for a last resort. I'm in deep poo-poo. Come help me.
Now, meanwhile, I do not ever think that anything bad will happen. I am unicorns and rainbows. I am Pollyanna, and I never believe that we need these things. And thank goodness that I'm married to someone who always thinks of the worst case scenario so he can be ahead of it. And this is the one time that we actually did need it, and I finally recognized what he sees, and we were able to get ourselves out of a kind of sticky situation.
Right, so what we'll do in this video is I'm just going to show you some web pages here and kind of go over what the Garmin is at a very high level, pricing, and some other features that I think are really good. This won't be an in-depth review or how-to on the device. There are tons of great videos out there, but there are going to be some lessons learned about this and how we got bit in the butt while we were trying to save our butt with the Garmin. The first thing I want to show you is the price of the Garmin InReach Mini. You see here it runs $350 pretty much everywhere. Few locations, I've never heard of this site, asking $278 for it. Probably you can find it somewhere used from an individual and get a better price on it. But to me, $350 definitely is worth the insurance for when you're out and about and you have no cell signal, especially the SOS feature on this device. So here's where the pricing continues. After you've paid your $350 plus tax for the device, there's also different plans that you must choose for the texting and tracking, etc., the features of the device. And they range, as you see here, from $15 up to $65. I personally have been using the $65 plan because of the unlimited texting. Probably not the best decision because I don't text that often with it. Typically where I am, I also have cell coverage, and I do use my cell phone to text instead of the Garmin device. I'd much rather use the cellular network than the satellite network. And again, you'll see why about that in just a moment. Something else that is nice about the Expedition that I do like, and I think may be worth the money, is that it does track you every 2 minutes. So if something happens and you're incapacitated and you can't get to your device to call for help and they need to come look for you, when they're tracking, it's a much smaller area to search in 2 minutes than, for example, this medium price range package where it tracks you automatically every 10 minutes. Now, granted, me personally, I can't go that far in 10 minutes. A lot of people can, though, especially your trail runners and whatnot. So you're greatly increasing the search area where they're going to need to search for you if you're not responding or can't get to the device and call for help and you're not reporting in. Is that this is not an annual contract. These are a monthly contract. So I can go in, turn this on. As you see, none of these are activated right now. Reactivate it, and I'm only going to be billed $35 per month. I can then go out and stop it and it will still work for the next 30 or 31 days, and then it will stop the billing. So you can flip and flop between these as you need. One other price thing I want to talk about is there's also an additional annual fee that is $95, at least it was for me. So you have $350 for the device, you have $95 for an annual fee, and then you'll have one of these price packages. So yes, it can get pricey, but for me, it's worth the insurance. The final thing I want to show on the web pages is the fact that you can actually share a link where people may go track you. You may keep it public, or as you see on the screen here, you can put a password on it to keep it private. This is a great feature where somebody, like a loved one, wants to check in on you, see if you're doing okay, see where you are, etc. They can just go out to this web page and get the latest and the latest. And this is a live track, right? So they see exactly where you are. So here I am turning it on as we get out of cell coverage down through this valley, through Lake City, a little exploring we did, and then down here where this arrow was our final destination. So those are the web pages. Are you having fun? Yes. Okay, all right. So those are the web pages. Now let's tell you the story of how the Garmin got us out of a bind.
So we found this abandoned campground, which was kind of lucky, and started to set up camp. Then we had our refrigerator inside of the truck and a couple of other things, and including my purse, which had my keys in it, and his wallet, and the keys still in the ignition of the truck. And I'm over there setting up camp, and I hear expletives, and then I realize that he has locked the keys in the truck accidentally.
I wouldn't say there was an expletive. I think I was like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Doggone.
Gosh darn.
The key. Honey, I just locked the keys from the truck.
We do have our cell phones. We do have our Garmin, thank goodness. But we are locked out of our truck, and we cannot get any cell service where we're at.
And we're without identification.
Yes.
So, fortunately... So I got the Garmin in my cell phone, and I contacted my 2 points of contact if there's ever going to be an emergency. This is something you should always do. So my son contacted me back. So then I realized I have AAA. So we got AAA. And my son's like, okay, AAA is going to be there in 3 hours. And that would put him there at midnight. Here comes midnight, and there's nothing. I text my son again, asking for a status. The next text I get is, I need to know your exact location. To which I respond, you have my exact location. Click on the link of the messages I am sending you. It'll bring up a map. Then it's very quiet, and I hear back, can we do this in the morning? Sure, that's fine. That's great. We go to sleep. We wake up at 7 o'clock. I check in. My son says AAA will be there at 10 a.m. And here it comes close to 10 a.m. And at about 9:55, I text for a status. And then I very quickly get a response that says, damn it, I sent them to Durango, Colorado. We are outside of Lake City. We are 5 hours away from Durango, Colorado. Fortunately, there were some campers about 200 yards away. I run to them. I ask for a ride into town to see if the sheriff can come out and open the vehicle. We get into the city. We do find a locksmith who just happened to be cleaning his garage, and who very graciously, for $120, drove us back to our vehicle, where he found the keys on the bed of the truck. No, I did not put the keys on the bed of the truck. What had happened was, we're communicating over satellite, and Garmin will tell you it could take up to 20 minutes to send a message. It's a very slow way to communicate. What happened with us is that one of the most critical messages took 10 hours to be delivered. The message that said, "Damn it, I sent them to Durango," was meant to arrive at midnight that night. What happened was, it just so happened to come in at 10 a.m. in the morning, right when I'm expecting AAA to be at our campsite to open the door to the truck to get our keys. Thank you, AAA. They went ahead, got into the truck, got the keys out, and put them where they could be found on the bed of the truck. So the moral of the story is that when you are sending text messages over satellite communication, just make sure to put the date and the time in the message you're sending so that when it finally does arrive, the recipient will know exactly when it was sent.
And that's our story. I hope you found this video entertaining. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching Flew the Coop.
And what about informative? Do you hope they found it informative?
No.
What? What happened in Lake City?
No, that is terrible.
What? What happened in Lake City?
I can't play off that because that's terrible. So do y'all want to hear how the Garmin saved us? We went to Lake City.
You're sounding way too fake. Let's be natural, like you're talking.
Well,
to
I
him.
know, but when I sound natural, I sound
Just say,
blue.
"Hey." Start with that.